What's going on, my brothers and sisters? What's up, my brothers and sisters? My brothers and sisters, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hey, please let me know where y'all are from, where y'all are watching this morning. My brothers and sisters are in the building, man. All right, black, white, or other. Don't care as long as you had a father and a mother and you was born and you came into this world just like everybody else. Bless y'all, man. We are here to rap. I just now heard something on the news today that got me amped up. Y'all know I really don't do a whole bunch of live streams as much as I should. As much as I should, I'm saying as much as I should because it sometimes it's necessary. But I will say this. I'm excited about this one right here. What's up, Lisa Marie? Good morning. How are you doing? Hey, we didn't get off of that live stream last night until probably like we was live for about 4.5 hours and didn't get off the live stream until almost 3 in the morning. Almost 3 in the morning. Shout out to the guys that was on the live stream with me, everyone that was hanging out with me. Please let me know where you were watching this morning. Much love to everybody. Shay Brown, what's up? Shay Brown is in the building. Robbie Rob, what's up? Elizabeth, please let me know where you're from. Davenport Hour. And please hit that like button too, guys. We already have 290 people watching over on YouTube, and we have 84 likes, which is amazing. I would like for the likes to catch up with the people who are in the building. Shout out to everyone on Rumble. Shout out to everyone on Twitch. And shout out to everyone on YouTube. And everybody that clicked play on the video. I really appreciate it. All of you guys that are LFR family supporters, thank you so much. The UK is in here. Texas is in here. Mississippi is in here. Minnesota is in here. Where else? Denver, Colorado is in here. What's up, Mile High Freedom account? Mile High? Really? You part of the Mile High Club? You nasty self. All right, so we got Virginia. Is that Virginia? You said this is for the birds. What, man, please. This drink about to turn up. Tennessee, Virginia. Let me see. PR, Puerto Rico, Cape Cod. All right. Lincoln, Nebraska. Angel Eyes is in the building. What's up, Angel? How you feeling? How's everybody feeling this morning? West Virginia, Cali, San Diego, Cali, New York State. Man, I got friends from everywhere, all over the world, son. All over the world, son. And thank you so much for the compliment on my shirt. This is Thomas Soul. I and other content creators, reaction channels like myself, were just introduced to Thomas Soul not too long ago. All right, so we're not even going to waste a whole bunch of time because this will not be an extremely long live stream. All right, so I was just now on YouTube and I came across some information that I want to share with you all. They presented Marjorie Taylor Greene says that she nominates Trump to be Speaker of the House. Now, can this happen? Can he accept this? If he can accept it, can he still run for president, right? All right, so things are really going off. Before we move forward, I want to say thoughts, prayers, love to all of the victims in Baltimore at Morgan State University, the HBCU in Baltimore, in the middle of Baltimore City. 5 or 6 young individuals were shot during a homecoming ceremony where they was presenting king and queen to the young man and young woman. Hey, Alicia Savage, welcome. Thank you so much for pulling up. Where they was shooting out of windows from the 11th floor. They were shooting into crowds. It was just crazy. And from my understanding, they still have not caught the people. But I do want to say this. Somebody pissed me off on IG earlier today because they was trying to blame the entire thing on the federal government. They was trying to blame everything on the country, saying that guns are the problem. Y'all are allowing guns to get into the hands of individuals that don't know what to do with them. And now this is what's happening in our city. That is a cop-out, and as long as we continue to speak like that, these issues will continue to go up and 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 up. All right? All right. Now, we do realize that guns is an instrument, guns is a tool that people use to kill other people, but the guns by themselves just laying down on the table or just inside of a bag or inside of a safe or in somebody's house or in somebody's car or on your strap, like if you're carrying that bad boy around, it's not going to kill anybody by just being there. Come on, y'all. The guns are not going to kill anybody just by being there. I'm sick and tired of individuals bailing these young demons out by blaming everybody but the demons that's doing the shooting. All right? It's to the point you can't even blame the parents nowadays. You give the parents some blame, though. Give the parents some blame. But we all know that when we get to a certain age, we do what the hell we want to do. Period. All right. And I'm talking about this because there are individuals who are all over social media, especially people on the left, who look at Trump as being the worst person to ever be considered as the president of the United States again, because they think that things are going to get worse. No, things are this bad because we continue to coddle these little MFers who continue to ruin and ruin our communities and cause destruction to our children who are even trying to do better. We're talking about a university where children are going out of their way to bust their ass so that they can have a better future, but we are trying to coddle them by saying, yo, it's not y'all fault that y'all shooting each other. It's the government fault. The government put the guns here. The government put you in these bad situations. The government made you poor. The government is the reason why you're ignorant. No, it's not. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your parents' fault. It's your community fault. It's everybody's fault that's not trying to address the real problem in the room. It's your pastor's fault. I can go on and on and on. All right? For everybody that starts speaking that same BS about, the guns are, if we get rid of all guns, then violence is going to cease. Yo, guess what happened? Somebody that worked for the federal government, him and his wife were hanging out in the city, and somebody stabbed them for looking at him. Just stabbed them for looking at him. Just for looking at him. Like he walked by with a black hood and just stabbed him. Point blank. And it's ridiculous, man, because we continue to coddle people and take away all responsibility, all accountability, and blame everybody else but the people that deserve the blame. Anyway, y'all not here for that. Much love to everybody. Much love to everybody who are here. Thank you so much for pulling up. Click the like button if you haven't already and share this video to X, Facebook, whatever you want to share it to. All right, let's get it going. So let me pull this video up so we can get to it. And I appreciate y'all being a part of the live stream. Again, we're not going to be here for hours because last night we were streaming for until close to 3 o'clock in the morning on Twitch. So and it was fun. We had a conversation about God. We had a conversation about just people in period. I mean, people in general, black, white, Hispanic, other. We had a great time. And I'm excited because I have a meeting right after this with Decoy Voice. I don't know if you guys know who Decoy Voice is, but Decoy Voice is an amazing content creator who provides necessary content on these social media platforms for people to be more informed. And the way he do things, I definitely want to just pick his brain and see how he comes up with these ideas. So we're definitely going to meet. Shout out to Atlanta, Georgia, all of Texas, all of California, all of Minnesota, UK is in the building. So much love to all of you. All right, so Marjorie Taylor Greene went ahead and said that she would prefer if Trump would consider being the Speaker of the House after your boy, what's his name, Kevin McCarthy got kicked out. We're going to check some things out, and y'all feel free to let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. Super chats are appreciated, but not necessary, okay? Just letting y'all know that. That's not why I'm here today. We are here to talk as adults and kick some ass while we do it, all right? Let's do it. And you said LFR, let's debate. Raise the butt. Let's go. All right. So you just let me know, man. Hit me up on my email or reach out via IG or something, and we can get it popping. You already know, man. All right. Hold on 1 second. Am I stuck over here? Am I stuck over here? All right. Check 1 2 1 2. All right. Let's go. All right. Let's go and get to it, guys. Let me pull this up because I already got the video that I wanted to check out. And y'all feel free to let me know whatever y'all want me to know in the comments. All right. First, we're going to check this one out right here because this one right here really is causing up a stir. Let's get to it.
And welcome to Hannity. History on Capitol Hill tonight. 8 Republican lawmakers joining all 208 House Democrats to remove Kevin McCarthy as House Speaker, the first time in our nation's history. And McCarthy will not seek the speakership again. Now, sources telling me at this hour some House Republicans have been in contact with and have started an effort to draft former President Donald Trump to
I heard it.
Be the next speaker.
Y'all heard that, right? Did y'all hear that? Hold on, let me play that again just for the people in the back that did not hear that. I'm going to play that again. You need to hear this. If you didn't, and listen, you think I'm just making up stuff? I'm not making up stuff. Let's get to it.
Speaker, the first time in our nation's history, and McCarthy will not seek the speakership again. Now, sources telling me at this hour some House Republicans have been in contact with and have started an effort to draft former President Donald Trump to be the next speaker. And I have been told that President Trump might be open to helping the Republican Party, at least in the short term, if necessary, if it's needed. Anyway, but here's former Speaker McCarthy earlier tonight. Let's take a look.
I believe I can continue to fight, maybe in a different manner. I will not run for Speaker again. I'll have the conference pick somebody else. I think today was a political decision by the Democrats. And I think the things they have done in the past hurt the institution when they just started removing people from committee.
Now, I will say this, Republicans, please listen to me. Republicans, conservatives, please listen to me. I want y'all to understand this. This is meant to cause some confusion. This is meant to cause confusion. This is meant to tear you apart. This is meant for there to be a whole bunch of infighting. Remember, Democrats are extremely strategic. I don't give a damn how y'all want to put it, but Democrats are very, very strategic, and they don't fight fair. All right. So I want y'all to see what's going on right now. Byron Donalds he voted to keep Kevin McCarthy in. Jim Jordan voted to keep Kevin McCarthy in. And apparently Kevin McCarthy wasn't doing what he was supposed to be doing because a lot of conservatives say that he did not do his job. He could have done a whole lot more while he was in. Now, I'm still trying to learn it all. I don't know. So whatever y'all want me to know about this, feel free to feed me whatever information that you think will be important for me to have better understanding on this entire situation. But Kevin McCarthy said, yo, y'all voted me out, then I ain't coming back. But they talking about putting Trump up in his space right now. But again, Byron Donalds, that surprised me. That one surprised me. All right. Byron Donalds voted for him to stay in. Jim Jordan voted for him to stay in. And in this video right now, one of y'all, somebody that y'all really pay attention to, Newt Gingrich, is going to rip Republicans a new one in this one. And did y'all see the video with Officer Tatum as well? Officer Tatum went off on the Republicans. Don't fall for their tricks. Satan is sneaky, okay? Satan is sneaky. He come to kill, steal, and destroy. Do not fall for the tricks. This could potentially be a part of their tricks. Just saying.
They just started doing the other things. And my fear is the institution fell today. Because you can't do the job if 8 people, you have 94% or 96% of your entire conference, but 8 people can partner with the whole other side. How do you govern? And for them to make a motion on me because I made a decision for the country that they agreed with, but they choose to do the other, that becomes a problem.
Now, this all went down after a motion to vacate was put forward by Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz, citing trust issues because of a recent bipartisan resolution, a CR, to fund the government through mid-November, and a lack of action on a number of bills, appropriations bills. And Gaetz went forward with a move to oust Speaker McCarthy. Successful. Anyway, given the slim GOP majority, Gaetz needed only a handful of other Republicans to get it done. But now uncertainty reigns supreme on Capitol Hill. In truth, Gaetz, other Republicans, they did have legitimate complaints. Returning to regular order, passing appropriations bills, single-issue bills, balanced budget amendment, term limits, all promised fair criticism. But many of those measures could have been dealt with, especially in the future, especially issues that would never have become law at this time. Really came down to the fiscal issues in play here, the appropriations process, for example. But the question is this, and every conservative, every Republican needs to be asking this tonight: was this the best strategic and tactical approach at this moment? Now, there were very, very viable alternatives, plans put together by Freedom Caucus members, people like Congressman Chip Roy, who will join us tonight, and Byron Donalds and Scott Perry. For example, one plan cut spending by a whopping 8%, and also had historic border security measures attached, but was opposed by Gaetz and a few other Republicans, and that didn't go far. That left Chip Roy kind of speechless. That plan would have allowed more time needed for the appropriations bills to be passed. And the second option actually had a 30% cut in discretionary spending and included, by the way, the Republican Party's border bill, H.R. 2. That would have been a great alternative. That, again, would have also resulted in the full 12 appropriations bills having been voted on and hopefully passed. So today, the question we all have: was the nuclear option needed? Was it worth it? Well, I can tell you right now, I don't know. Time will certainly tell whether this was a good move or a bad move. But one reality will not change. Republicans have a minuscule majority, whoever the speaker is, and it is made up of disparate groups ranging from moderate left to Freedom Caucus conservative. Now, Gaetz says that he was ripping the Band-Aid off the status quo in the Washington swamp. But the House Oversight Committee Chairman Jim Jordan had a different take. Let's hear him.
On January 3rd, we said the 118th Congress is about three things: pass the bills that need passed, do the oversight work that needs to be done, and stop the inevitable omnibus that comes from the United States Senate right before the holidays. Kevin McCarthy has been rock solid on all three. We have passed the bills we told the American people we would pass. 87,000 IRS agents, that bill passed. Parents' Bill of Rights, that bill passed. Energy legislation passed. Border security, immigration enforcement legislation, the strongest bill ever to pass the Congress, passed earlier this year. We have done what we told them we were going to do.
All right, now keep in mind, Republicans hold a 9-vote majority in 1/3 of the federal government. Making up that very slim majority is a coalition of lawmakers. You got the Freedom Caucus, the Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Sunday group, the study group, along with moderate Republicans, many from districts that Biden won in 2020, 18 to be exact. Now, bringing that group together on anything is not an easy feat. But in the end, Republicans, let me warn you tonight, you will succeed or you will fail together. That is undeniable. Still, McCarthy accomplished a lot, including a serious investigation into Biden's bribery, money laundering allegations, which is ongoing, an impeachment inquiry that is now picking up steam, an investigation into Biden's weaponized FBI and DOJ, multiple major pieces of legislation, including a border security bill that I just mentioned, a bill to stop Biden's plan to hire 80,000 new IRS agents, a bill to stop big government restrictions on gas stoves and other appliances, another bill to repeal the worst parts of the so-called Inflation Reduction Act. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. But now, without a speaker, all matters involving the House come to a grinding halt. The GOP's investigations will be stalled, 0 Republican bills will be sent to the Senate, and Republican infighting, that'll take center stage, which is exactly what Democrats and the media mob desperately want, and they want to continue for a long period of time. Now, President Trump earlier today, even in the midst of what's going on in New York, took time to post this on Truth Social. Why is it that Republicans are always fighting among themselves? Why aren't they fighting the radical left Democrats who are destroying our country? Oh, I happen to agree with the president. We are now a year away from the single most pivotal election of our lifetime.
That is absolutely the truth. Why do y'all continue to fight each other? You do realize that y'all are giving them a whole bunch of folly and a whole slew of content to repost. Y'all seen the new Jon Stewart show? He is having the ball, huh? They're calling him Kevin McOusted. The Republicans are fighting again. The kids are having a bad day again. They're about to have a field day with y'all, man. They are having a field day because Republicans continue to fight each other but won't fight the other side. Kick the other side's ass. That's what y'all got to do. Pull up like Cersei and fight dirty too. When you're fighting, ain't no rules. This is a fight, okay? Everything ain't about no words and debates. Fight. Get some things done. If you think that Biden should be impeached, impeach him. Do what you got to do to get it done.
It's all on the line now. Democrats
In the border. But we need to do something, bro. It's so everybody's. Hold on one second. Okay, this. Good afternoon. Your vehicle is completed. Yes. So right after my meeting with the decoy voice, I can go pick it up.
are destroying the rule of law. Equal justice, equal application of our laws is dead. And by the way, as we've seen, Donald Trump and his family are now being targeted in ways this country has never seen before. Joe Biden and his family are shielded, protected around every turn by Joe's weaponized DOJ. The border is an absolute disaster,
Thank you.
nightmare, national security risk. Our economy is a disaster. Americans are suffering more than at any point in my lifetime. Inflation is through the roof. Gas prices are through the roof and going higher, by the way. And our commander-in-chief has real significant cognitive issues that everybody in the world can see because it's that transparent. He is neither physically nor mentally fit to serve this country. House Republicans can't solve their differences behind closed doors. How about you get in a room, you throw away your phone, and maybe you stay in that room, order pizza, and don't come out until you agree.
100%. How come they couldn't do that already? Why do you have to get on social media and tell them how to do their jobs? They're not coming on to your platform telling you how to do yours. But unfortunately, clearly, they don't know how to do their daggone jobs. Because if they did, Kevin McCarthy would still have his. And a few other people who shouldn't have their jobs right now because they clearly are not cognitively there and they need to be in hospice some daggone where, still have his job.
Knowing how important these appropriations bills were, I have a criticism.
Thank you, Freddie Quotes.
Why did the Republicans take off the month of August? In the end, this may all turn out fine. I'm not hitting the panic button tonight. However, the American people's patience, it will run out quickly here. And so the GOP, take my advice if you want. It seems a lot of people never take it. Be careful, and you better get a new speaker quickly. Democrats, they want you in complete disarray. Yep. They want a distraction away from their failed policies and their feeble president. And they'd really love a few moderate Republicans to peel off and actually vote for a Democrat for speaker. So will the GOP rally behind a new speaker? Will anyone even want the job? Or will this end in a disaster? I cannot answer that question tonight, but time will tell. We expect a vote on a new speaker sometime next week. Chairman Jim Jordan will join us in a moment. But first, here with reaction, we have former Speaker of the House, Fox News contributor Newt Gingrich is with us. Sir, welcome. Let's get your overall thoughts.
Hey, what's your thoughts on Newt Gingrich? Please let me know your thoughts on Newt Gingrich. How you feel about this guy? Because I see some people don't like him at all. Some people don't like him. Some people love him. What do y'all think about him? Because I do know that he is a big voice on the Republican side. Always have been there for a long time. But some people don't really care for him too much. And I know y'all don't care for Fox News. I get it. And I'm not a huge fan of Fox News, MSNBC, CNN, none of them, be honest with you, because they all they all are businesses, and they all will serve their interests first before anybody else's. That's why they didn't do Tucker right, period, because their interest was not Tucker. Tucker wasn't paying their bills. Tucker was paying their bills because he had the most views out of everybody there, was bringing in a poop ton of money, but I guess he was causing too many issues behind the scenes with their investors. So they had to oust him on Fox. So they don't look out for their people. So I don't like that. But other than that, they do bring some important news to the forefront.
On this today.
Well, first, I think it's a very sad day because I think Kevin McCarthy is one of the most talented leaders I've ever worked with. I think that he accomplished an amazing amount for having a small majority and having to take on both the Senate and the White House. And I think this is really a tragic outcome. This was a leader who both gained seats in 2020, gained seats in 2022, increased the number of women members, increased the number of veterans, increased the number of minority members, and he had a vision for a better future.
Now, I thought that Kevin McCarthy was doing a good job, too. What did he do wrong? Please let me know. If y'all know, would you have ousted him, too? Would you have voted to get rid of Kevin as well? Would y'all have voted to get Kevin out of there as well? Please let me know in the comments, because it's so mixed up right now what I'm hearing. I get it. It's an agenda. I got you on that. But why would you have voted him out? I see hell yes. I see yes, 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 hell yes. Why? Bad timing, but yes. He effed up. Yes, 100%. I would have. My Florida rep, Matt Gaetz, is an official swamp alligator wrestler. He promised to balance the budget and stopped doing what he. Hold on. I got you. He promised to balance the budget and stop doing omnibus packages. What in the word is an omnibus package? Am I saying it right? Plus, he promised to impeach Biden. Come on, man. And y'all bought that? Did they actually buy that? Did y'all really think that he was going to impeach Biden? Like, they all make those huge, grandiose promises, and they never follow up. They never follow up with their promises. Did y'all really believe that? That just shows that whoever voted him in was gullible as hell, thinking that he was going to do that. Thank you so much for the super chat, man. Check out more Louder with Crowder. Also, Hodge twins and Mug joined the Mug Club. I am familiar with that. People have told me that Steven Crowder has built like something crazy over there. And I do like Steven Crowder. I saw somebody ask me that. I do. I didn't before. I thought he was an asshole. Just being honest with you. I thought he was a jerk. I thought he was very mean and inconsiderate. I thought a lot of things about him until I actually started to look into him a little bit more. But that's it. But yeah, so y'all would have voted him out. Wow. He kept caving to renew spending, to keep government moving without stopping mass overspending. Underhanded backdoor deals. Well, he was a businessman. Pelosi and McCarthy are very close. Tons of private dealings going on. He made backdoor deals to fund Ukraine. Wow, so he was doing the Democrats' job for them to fatten his pockets. And now he's happy. He's good with his investment, and he's like, yo, I'm out. All right?
And let's be clear here, Sean. If the University of Georgia Bulldogs, who are the #1 team in the country right now, if you started a game and 4 of the members of the offensive squad decided they were actually on the Alabama side and began tackling your own people, you probably get them off the field. Well, think about what we saw today. 4% decided they were so morally superior, so intellectually pure, so patriotically better, that they would side with the Democrats, and that's what they did, in order to defeat the entire Republican House caucus. 96% of the Republicans voted for McCarthy. 4% voted against him. From my position as a longtime Republican activist, they're traitors. All 8 of them should, in fact, be primaried. They should all be driven out of public life. What they did was to go to the other team to cause total chaos. We ought to be focusing on Biden.
Newt is old school. And I have to say, listen, I agree with him. I don't care what you listen. I agree with him. I agree with him. He's old school. You're saying shut up and stop twisting it. No, listen, he's old school and he has a right to say what he's saying right now. He's saying, look, y'all are fighting for the other side right now. And it's bad timing. It's bad time. Hey, Hazel Eyes, I'm about to make you a mod. Hazel Eyes, I did not see you up in here. Hold up 1 second. Let me make you a mod. And you probably don't even want to be a mod. You're like, I didn't ask to be no mod. Don't make me no mod. No, I'm making you a mod. I am making you a mod. I know y'all don't agree with him, but guess what? It's something about loyalty. It's something about being a loyalist. Like he's like, I'm out of the game, but I'm old school, man. You're fighting with the Democrats right now, and I don't like it. And he probably want to meet them out back and whoop their tail for voting with the Democrats. I ain't mad at him. Newt, I'm with you, Newt. I'm with you so far. I'm hearing everything that people are saying, and I'm taking that into account too. But this dude he's speaking to my soul right now. He's like, man, y'all some sellouts. Y'all some suckers, man. Y'all voting for the Democrats, man? Get out of here. I'll smack y'all in y'all mouth. What's going on, M169? Hey, look, we had her on the show a couple of times, and she is so dope. An omnibus bill rolls smaller appropriation bills into one bill that only requires one vote instead of voting on each one. Okay, so it's a way to get more done by doing less. Pretty much. Just put everything inside of one and just vote for this pack instead of just voting for this and this and this and this and this. We're going to vote for this pack. So that's a bad thing? That doesn't sound like a bad thing to me. But Newt Gingrich is old school. I'm old school too. And loyalty means something to me.
We ought to be focusing on the economy. We ought to be focusing on the border. Instead, you're going to get a week or 10 days of the media focusing on Republican disarray. It's an astonishingly destructive behavior by a handful of egocentric people who think they're superior to 96% of the conference.
Well, Newt, I have to go against you on that. They don't think that they're superior, bro. They're just holding Kevin McCarthy accountable. Don't expect to hold the Democrats accountable for things, but you won't even hold your own people accountable simply for the sake of loyalty. No, you're a Republican, so I'm going to vote for you. You're a GOP, you're conservative, so I'm going to vote for you. I'm going to vote with you no matter what. Loyalty can make you blind sometimes, all right? At what point will you say, no, you know what? We're going to go ahead and get this person up out of here. At what point do you decide to hold somebody accountable that you consider to be your friend? At what point do you decide to say, you know what? F this, we're going the wrong direction. You promised this, you did not make good on your promises. Yo, we're gonna make some moves. We're getting you up out of here. So loyalty can make you blind. And because Newt is no longer inside of the system and doing these things, he's just a commentary. He's getting money. He's fine. He's in retirement mode. He's on his boat. He's chilling. He ain't thinking about everything else. He's just hoping for the best. Well, Kevin McCarthy was in the fire every single day trying to make sure things got done, but he failed. So Matt Gaetz said, we need to get this dude up out of here. And I'm certain it wasn't only his idea. He was having conversations with people just like Kevin McCarthy was having conversations with people. All right. Obviously, the Democrats were showing more loyalty. Now, that's the part right there. The Democrats were showing loyalty. The Democrats all voted straight down the line, even though Kevin McCarthy stopped the government from closing down. Ain't that what the Democrats wanted? The Democrats wanted that. He did exactly what they wanted him to do. And they still voted down the Democratic line. All the Democrats, all of them, bow, 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 bow. Get them up out of here. Now that's loyalty. That's loyalty right there. But it was beneficial to them because to put the Republicans into disarray again, get them infighting, get all the infighting and confusion going on again, that works for them. Kevin McCarthy, they used him as a puppet to make sure that the government stayed open. He did not do anything to positively affect the border, and he did not impeach their president. So they were happy about that, but they was like, oh, we can get him up out of here? Oh, this is beautiful. Yes, thank you, Matt Gaetz. This is the confusion we like. Y'all already know, man, Satan love confusion. Love confusion. And no, I'm not calling all Democrats Satan. And because some Republicans are satanic and demonic too. Stop playing. Y'all already know we are all humans. And none of y'all are perfect. But at the end of the day, Newt Gingrich is a little out of sorts when he's talking about, he's real old school. Man, that's like playing against Alabama, and then next thing you know, you tackling your own quarterback because you playing for the other side. No, it's not the same. It's not the same thing. That was a poor analogy. I do not rock with it at all. But and you're thinking that you hold a moral high ground and you're better than people, and you're trying to vote McCarthy up out of here because you think that you're better. No, they don't think that they're better. They voted him. They wanted him to go ahead and do the job because they thought that he would get some things done that they needed done. And he didn't get it done. So move on to the next. Now Trump is going to be the speaker, and he's going to impeach Biden, and he's going to impeach Kamala, and he's going to become the president of 2024. And if y'all believe all that, I got some real estate to sell you.
Look, I do think on Kevin's side, let me analyze this more than anything else. It is hard to appreciate the very tiny majority that Kevin McCarthy was working with. You have moderate to liberal Republicans, 18 of them, in districts that voted for Joe Biden. They want to keep their jobs, so they're not going to be as conservative on a lot of these issues. So it's hard to bring a small caucus like that together. It's like herding cats. I wouldn't want the job. You couldn't pay me to do that job. There's no amount of money I'd take for that job. On the other hand, I do have a little frustration with Kevin, too. Why didn't he, as promised, go forward with the appropriations bills, regular order, which, by the way, you brought back when you were Speaker, that led to the first and last balanced budgets we had?
That's a good question. Let's see how Newt answer this.
You found a way to get that done. Why did they go away for August when they should have been? He knew this fight was coming. And
again, guys, please send your love and your thoughts and prayers to Baltimore City, Morgan State University. The young scholars were doing some homecoming events where they was crowning the king and crowning the homecoming king and queen. And there was a shooting there, and like 5 or 6 young people who attend the school were shot last night at the school. And the shooter, from my understanding, still has not been found. Unless if y'all have some more information, please feel free to let us know. But, oh yeah, and I'm bringing that up too because the people that have come forward and are speaking, the mayors and the city representatives, the leaders in Baltimore, they are blaming guns. They're not blaming the people. They're blaming guns. And that's the reason why they're in the predicament that they're in right now. That's the reason why these cities these youngins feel that they can just go and shoot any damn body because they're not being held accountable. Period. Everybody want to blame the system. There's a system in place. Racism, white supremacy, 1619. What about 1619? That's what they're blaming. Instead of blaming the actual individuals that's voting for these people who are not doing what they're supposed to do for these cities. All right? If you want to blame anybody, blame your mayor, because your mayor is coddling all of the gangsters out there.
Why did they go away?
Look, let me answer at 2 very different levels. First of all, the House, through regular order, has passed 70% of the government in appropriations. The Senate has passed 0. So Kevin actually was on a track, and in the next 2 weeks, assuming they can get around to it, they will actually finish all of the appropriations. I think that was just baloney. Second, all of these 18 Republicans in the Biden districts, they actually voted for the 2 conservative continuing resolutions you described earlier. They voted for them, even though they were very conservative. Who killed them? The hard right. Why did the hard right kill them? Because they were against any continuing resolution. Well, if you didn't want the government closed, if you didn't want the military not to be paid, if you didn't want the Border Patrol not to be paid, and the hard right says to you, I ain't doing nothing, what are you going to do? And Kevin did what you had to do, what I would have done, frankly, in his case. But it wasn't the 18 Biden.
Newt Gingrich is a Kevin McCarthy fanboy. That's what he is. You are a Kevin McCarthy fanboy. Hold on one second. Hey, what's up, cuz? I'm working right now. Everything all right?
Yeah, I got off a little early. I'm gonna shoot over to the house. Is Junior in there?
Yeah, I'm gonna text him and tell him you're on the way. About how many minutes?
59 of them. Probably like 30, 25 minutes. I'll be in.
I bet. I'm gonna let him know you're on your way. Thank you. All right. Yeah. Let me text my son right quick because I got somebody coming over to do some work in the house. Hold on one second. I apologize. I don't mean to be rude. Hopefully y'all know that. I do not mean to be rude, but I gotta handle this. Let me see. Well, all right. Okay. All right. My bad, guys. My bad. Listen, I love y'all too, man. Listen, thank you so much, Lauren. That support is amazing. And I'm adjusting. I gotta adjust my my headphones just so I can show y'all these guns. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, let's get to it. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you. That guy with the hat. I'm also a guy with a hat. I appreciate you. Much respect to you as well. All right, so we got this other joint that we're checking out too. It's on the same topic. We're talking about Trump becoming the Speaker of the House potentially. Newt Gingrich is a Kevin McCarthy fanboy. Period. Because even what's my man name that was just now? Hannity was just presenting other sides to look at things, and he still wasn't buying it. This dude, he's a Kevin McCarthy fanboy. Period. That's how I look at it anyway. So watch this right here, and we're about to see exactly why I said what I said.
A lot of people have been calling me about Speaker. All I can say is we'll do whatever's best for the country and for the Republican Party. We have some great people. I just want to say we have some great people.
Would you take the job?
A lot of people have asked me about it. I'm focused. You know, we're leading. I don't know you. I'm sure you don't read too much in the papers, but we're leading by like 50 points.
Hey, they asking Trump about it, man, and Trump is letting them know, look, he's doing his little move he do when he talk. Like, this is how I control everything I'm talking about. When's the last time, if y'all can let me know in the comments, when's the last time someone asked Joe Biden a question? Reporters asked him a question. He stopped what he was doing and just started talking. He started just having a conversation about whatever they was asking him about. Can he do that? Like, is his mind in a position where he can actually do that? All right? And then watch this right here. This shows how sharp his mind is, because they're asking Trump about becoming the Speaker of the House, right? And he's not ducking and dodging it. But one thing that he does do, that he will do, he will shift the conversation over to what he wanted to talk about. All right. Like he says, there's a bunch of people who will be a great Speaker of the House. We have a bunch of people that we can put in that position right now, right away. But we are leading in the polls, and I'm about to be the president in 2024 once we get over this BS that they're trying to put on me to put the wool over y'all eyes, because Satan is slippery and slithery and sneaky, and he's a rat bastard, and he goes by the name of, well, y'all can name whoever y'all want to name, fill in the blank, but Satan is real, okay? And if y'all don't think he's real, you're blind. You're deaf, dumb, and blind. And what's supposed to happen to our phones today? Also, something is supposed to happen to our phones today at like 2 o'clock or 4 o'clock or something like that. What's that about? People are all afraid about it. Like, why y'all so spooky about stuff? Hold on. I'm going to show y'all the rest of this. Why y'all so spooky about things? Or maybe I'm just naive. I'm so naive that I don't worry about anything too much. I pray about it, I put it in God's hands, and I go handle my business. But I see a lot of people all scared. Ooh, they supposed to be sending something to our phones at like 4:30. It's going to be the end of the world. What's going on? At 2:20, they're sending something to our phones. They about to shock the world with it. Oh my gracious. No, man, relax. I love y'all, man, but y'all so daggone spooky and scary sometimes. You can't be no leader like that. You can't be no soldier like that, always afraid of what's around the corner. Now, approach it ready to whoop some ass. How about that? Approach that corner like if a boogeyman jump out, I'm not running. If a boogeyman jump out, I'm put these hands on him, bruh. I'm putting these hands on him. Period. Bang, 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 bang. All right, let's get back to Trump ducking this question.
For president, my focus is totally on that. If I can help them during the process, I would do it. But we have some great people in the Republican Party that could do a great job as Speaker.
Well, Margaret Taylor Greene called for you to be Speaker yesterday.
I think she's a wonderful woman. A lot of other people roles in that too. I'll do whatever it is to help, but
Yeah, I heard that. He said, I would do whatever it is to help. Y'all hear that, right? He's saying, I'm not vying for the job. There are other people who can be Speaker. And y'all already know that my plate is pretty full right now. Y'all, it's really full. They're trying to keep me in the courts so I can't run. They're trying to throw all this smut on my name, all this dirt on my name. And they put a judge on my case who clearly is biased against me. Clearly. And he's not hiding it. This dude says if the jury says that Trump is innocent, then I have my own ways of saying that, you know what, maybe they didn't make a good decision. I'm going to overrule that. This dude said that. And if I'm getting loud and wrong, please feel free to correct me, because I've been wrong a whole lot. I don't claim to be right all the time, nor no one should be claim to be right all the time. But some judge that's over Trump's case is saying that he's already not even considering what the jury is going to say, because he will override them if they don't say whatever he wants to say. Have y'all heard about that?
my total focus is being president and, quite honestly, making America great again, because we are living in a country in decline. This is a country that's failing badly. We're not respected in the world. Interest rates are through the roof. Taxes are through the roof. Inflation is horrible. What it's done to us, it's eating us alive. Energy is now over $5. I was at $1.87. It's over $5. What's happened to our country with Afghanistan, that horrible removal, the most embarrassing moment, I think, in our country's history. So I'm running for president. I'm up by 40 and 50 points and more in some cases. But whatever I can do to help with regard to Speaker is good. By the way, I'm also leading Biden by a lot. If I wasn't, I wouldn't have trials like this. Thank you very much.
Now, some people, y'all need to stop calling him celebrity in chief just simply because he's popular. That's how haters talk. Let me let y'all know that right now. That's how haters talk. If you're calling him celebrity in chief, you are a hater. Period. I don't care if it's your favorite content creator. I don't care if it's your favorite politician. If they calling him celebrity in chief, that's because they are a hater. All right? It's not his fault that he's popular. The thing is, do he get the job done? Do he get the job done? That's the question. And if the answer is yes, then he's the best person for the job. And if the person that got the job right now is not getting the job done, then kick his ass out. They need to be ousted next. How about that? Shoot. Vote Van for president. No, don't vote for me for president. I would tear this country up. I don't know a daggone thing when it comes to being the president, bro, at all. But Kevin McCarthy is going to speak his case. He has a lot to say, man, and I want y'all to listen to him, all right? Because Matt Gaetz need to explain himself, all right? So, period. All right? Let's see why Matt Gaetz did this.
The Republican Party, like Ken Buck, to produce a result that as of now has no solution. So what's your response to that?
Well, the solution's quite easy. We should get to electing a new, more conservative, more trustworthy speaker.
Hold up. Before I move forward, I want to say this. Everyone that's watching me from Rumble right now, thank y'all so much for all of your support. I really appreciate you guys. I see y'all, Dragon Knot, Mobile Mark, Willie Sleeping, Buzzacino. I see all of you guys. Pilgrim 187, thank y'all so much for pulling up and being a part of what we got going on here. And Maul Wheatley, oh no, president of my house. That's the only presidency I want. The presidency of the Hall clan, the Hall family. That's it. And you should be a president of your family too. And stop letting the government control so much of what you do. All right. Period. Be the president of your family. How about that? Yeah, be the president of your family. Protect your family. Make sure your kids and everybody that you can positively affect they're doing okay. All right, family, community, city, state, all that other stuff, and then country. You know, that's how that would make your own bed.
Immediately, and I'm calling on Patrick McHenry, who currently is the Speaker pro tem, to reconsider the decision that he just made to send everyone in Congress home for a week. This is not the time to go home for a week. We should stay and elect a new Speaker. That's the path ahead. As far as the criticism that I worked with Democrats, the yellow brick road of working with Democrats was paved by Kevin McCarthy. Whether it was the debt limit deal, whether it was the continuing resolutions, this is a guy who was willing to partner with conservatives on the frivolous, right. But whenever there was a spending matter, he partnered with Democrats. That said, Speaker McCarthy's time is over. I wish him well. I have no personal animus to him. I hope he finds fruitful pastures, and I'm certain he will. But we've got a job to do here. This is about the job. This is about keeping our commitment to have single subject spending bills.
Wasn't Matt Gaetz the guy when they was trying to see who was going to become Speaker of the House, and they was asking them who they wanted to be Speaker of the House, and Matt Gaetz yelled out Donald Trump. He yelled out Donald Trump's name.
And an actual budget for the first time.
Congressman, we've already established tonight that I have been doing this with all due respect decades longer than you. Okay, you're a young guy, and so I agree with all.
I don't believe that, Laura. Did you start
right.
when you were like 3? You
right.
Too young
Continuing resolutions, the budget, the spending, it's a total nightmare. But the fact of the matter is, y'all don't have the votes. You don't have the margin to get from A to B to C. And so how does this get you closer?
I categorically reject that we don't have the votes for a budget.
Hold on a second, Matt. How do you get closer to all these things that are legitimate concerns when you still have a Senate that says no can do? I mean, you got several senators who are actually completely on the other side on a lot of these issues.
Right.
You still have that to contend with. So how do you get to your nirvana points, which are the conservative holy grail points of governance, the way we're going?
The Senate does not control how the House approaches its spending business.
All right, hold on, Congressman. Hold on, because we got to go to McCarthy now. He's speaking live, but then you can respond on the other side.
If Reagan gave us advice, he would say, if you believe your principles bring people greater freedom, you should be happy about it. I've always been excited that I've been a happy conservative. But I've always believed that I've been so fortunate to be an American. My journey to this office was something people wouldn't understand. I grew up in a town of Bakersfield, California, the son of a firefighter, the grandson of immigrants. Parents worked hard, the youngest in my family. Didn't have great wealth. When I got out of high school, I didn't have great grades. Couldn't get a scholarship, went to community college. Flipped cars to try to pay my way through it. Went to visit some buddies away in college for a weekend, stopped at the grocery store to cash a check, and I won the lottery. One of the first in California. It was before Biden economics. It was only 5,000, but it went much further back then. Took my folks to dinner, put the majority of the rest of the money into the stock market and did pretty well. The next semester, I took a break from school. I went to buy a franchise, but no one said they would sell me one. I was only 20 years old. But I learned then never to give up. So I opened my own business, selling sandwiches. 3 things I learned. First to work.
Did it say he daggone open his own business selling sandwiches? I respect him. He's selling sandwiches. Ain't nothing, listen, nothing is more American than a sandwich. I'm going to put that on a t-shirt. Nothing is more American than a sandwich. All right? I want me a sandwich right now. And hopefully I'm talking loud enough for my wife to hear me so she can bring me a sandwich. A little bit of bacon, a little bit of eggs, sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper on that bad boy. Toast the bread, cut it in half. That's what I'm talking about. I would love to have me a sandwich. All right? I'm sorry to get stuck on the sandwich point. That kind of really he's speaking to my spirit animal right there. When you talk about sandwiches,
Last to leave, last to be paid. I wanted to finish my college degree. At that time, no one in my family had finished a 4-year degree. I did pretty well. I now had enough money that I could pay my way through school as long as I went to Cal State.
Okay.
So I sold my business, going to school. I opened up the local paper and said, be a summer intern in Washington.
Okay.
For those who spoke on the floor, I thank them for their positive talks. I don't know what those who voted against and said there was some deal, they were never a part of any deal. For those who said about what we accomplished, I'm proud of what we accomplished. From the Parents' Bill of Rights to our energy bill. But if they want to hold me liable because the Senate didn't take it up or the president didn't take it up, that's politics for what I know. But the one thing I do know, this country is too great for small visions of those 8. To any child that are listening and who are coming to visit the Capitol, this is a place I want you to visit.
Bro, talk about why you got fired.
I think you should put the country first. You know, this job was never about me. I hope you felt that I always felt, what can we do best to move forward?
I would say one thing, that's clean. That's a clean suit he got on. That is a clean suit right there. That's a nice suit, man, for real. Nice tie, everything, man. He's a clean brother. I like that. You know, his presentation is awesome. I've seen some people who look as raggedy as me, looking like a YouTuber. Some of them politicians, they look like YouTubers, bro. Like, well, there's some YouTubers that look amazing. I'm talking about like me. I'm just looking like a regular ass YouTuber. I'm just a regular YouTuber, you know, who likes sandwiches.
I treated Hakeem the way I wanted to be treated. I'd tell him things we were doing throughout, so he never was questioned. I wanted to bring the body back differently. We created a select committee on China. I changed the Intel committee. They just came back from MIT where they all had bipartisan briefing on AI and quantum. Started doing briefings with AI the whole conference of Republicans and Democrats alike. We're far from solving that problem, but I'm proud of what we were able to do there. So we'll continue. Yes, sir.
When did you make this decision? Did you know the motion eventually succeeded that you would not run again, or was this right afterwards?
You know, not all those 8, but these are the same people that never voted for me. They thought it was big. They went to present after we went through 15 rounds. Why do I do something for myself that can hurt the country? Why create? I'm not quite sure those individuals are looking to be productive. It concerns me as a Republican based upon watching what they do. I want to be a Republican and a conservative that governs. And we're going to have to find our way to do that. The challenge is we had so many opportunities. These are the same people that sat on the floor and criticized me that we didn't get all 12 spending bills done, but we first had to do a debt ceiling that they didn't support. They held up every appropriation bill in the summer because they wouldn't let it come through. After the debt ceiling, they stopped us from doing anything on the floor. When we had a continuing resolution that would do something on the border, I listened to one talk about how it made him think about the border and when he voted against it. And then they wanted to challenge me because I worked with the other side so America could go forward and government could stay open. You know, if you have to lose for something, I will always lose for the country. It is a much better battle to have.
Mr. McCarthy,
Yes, sir.
Mr. McCarthy.
Doing this job, what advice do you have for the next speaker? What would you like to see the next speaker?
Change the rules.
Do you regret allowing that rule to be in place?
Do you think I let it? I mean, for the whole point, I mean, if you talk about like a Gaetz, Gaetz came to the whole conference and said, we will never use this. We'll never use this, you know. I mean, this is a man that sat there on the 14th vote and said, okay, I'm going to vote for you next time, and falls back and not. So, I mean, it's just the trustworthiness of a lot of individuals. It makes it difficult. But I do not think, regardless of who the speaker is, that you should have that rule. You know, everybody had it but Pelosi, but it was never used until it started getting used against Boehner. And if the entire other, if you can always count on the other party to vote in the block against it, then you're allowing 4 to 5 people to control whatever. So it doesn't matter even if you have 96%.
You know what I haven't heard from him? I haven't heard from him what he could have done better. I haven't heard from him anything about that. So I'm really not, I don't know. I'm not really hearing anything.
No. And, you know, I have a lot of respect for Hakeem.
All right, we'll continue to monitor that. But back with me now is Congressman Matt Gaetz. Congressman, I know you've been listening in to former Speaker McCarthy's comments. He name-checked you and said, number one, you're not a real conservative because you don't want to govern conservatively. He also said...
Oh, he called you out. He name-checked Matt Gaetz. This dude name-checked Matt Gaetz. I'm going to title the video that. He name-checked that bruh. He name-checked that fool.
Said that this really was personal, intimating that you're really PO'd, that he didn't step in and put down that ethics investigation into you. And he knows it's personal, and you know it's personal. And you say?
That's totally false. I'm the most investigated man in the entire United States Congress. I've been cleared by the FBI.
Hold on, before he goes forward, I'm gonna let him speak, and I'm not even gonna cut him off, I promise, guys. But I will say this: Kevin McCarthy showed no signs of responsibility. Usually when a person is fired, it's for a reason. When you start to play that victim game, like, well, the reason why I did everything right. I mean, I was perfect, bro. I did everything right. They was just mad at me. They just some haters. They was hating on me, talking behind my back. I didn't do what they wanted to do, so they conspired to get me up out of there. But I did everything right. Go and look at my record. That right there is disingenuous and make you look weak. It make you look weak as hell. Kevin McCarthy, I was trying to give you benefit of the doubt before because I'm trying to figure out, did you do exactly what was needed to be done as the speaker, all right? And, only thing you did was pat yourself on the back. Tell the people why you're so great. Tell the people that you used to sell sandwiches and flip cars and how you became rich. You just walked through it like, oh, man, this is how I didn't have anything. You know, me and my parents, we slept on the mud in Baltimore. and I started flipping sandwiches and cars and just became rich. I just put some money in the stock market and voila, and now I'm here. You know, it's the glory to God. You ain't even give God thanks, bruh. You ain't thank God, man. He ain't even thank God for his successes. Everything was about me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. And if it wasn't for Matt Gaetz, I would still have my job, but I ain't tripping. I ain't mad. I ain't salty. Bruh, you sound like Sodom and Gomorrah. That's what you sound. That's how salty you sound. You think you're hiding it, but I see it. You sound like Sodom and Gomorrah. Why did I say Sodom and Gomorrah? Because of the salt. Y'all know the salt, the story about the salt. Never mind.
DOJ, the Federal Election Commission.
But you don't think that McCarthy did enough to stop this? I mean, isn't that?
No,
I mean,
listen,
wasn't that well known that you were
I'll
mad that he didn't do enough to stop that investigation? I'm not
That
saying
is
there's
an
anything wrong
open
with being
legend
mad, by the way.
I'm not. By
She
the way,
trying to stir
the
the
beginning
pot.
of Speaker McCarthy's comments there
Gaslighting.
were lovely and nice about his past and his history. But when he says we're not conservative because we didn't vote to secure the border, I think that does merit a response. We passed a Department of Homeland Security border bill that would have required E-Verify with a host of other reforms. Then, on a continuing resolution, Kevin McCarthy wanted us to surrender every other fight. Jack Smith, weaponized government, everything else going on, just to isolate the border thing. Now, I don't believe that the way conservatives get ahead is surrendering everything but the border in order to address the border. And I don't think that the way to address the border is to pass E-Verify and then say that the strong border position is the abandonment of E-Verify in a vote that occurs 14 hours later.
Well, you're not going to get the border done like the way we want to do it until you get the numbers. You're not going to get that border. You're not going to get what you want on the border. None of us are until you get the numbers in the House and you kick out some of these senators.
Well, I don't think we're going to get, frankly, Laura, I think it's worse than that. I don't think we're going to secure the border until we have the White House. But I also want to address this notion that we aren't conservative.
Why does she keep on trying to cut him off, man? Could you please listen? I mean, this is no disrespect, ladies. All right. What I'm about to say to her is for her and for her only, because I respect and I love the lady. I love the ladies because ladies are amazing. But please, Laura, shut the hell up and let him talk. Please. You brought him on the show for a reason. Now let the man rap. Shut the hell up.
Right? Because what Kevin McCarthy believes about governing is that we have to utilize these continuing resolutions. And if the continuing resolution is conservative enough, if you hang some bells and whistles on it, that really ought to pacify people who are right-leaning throughout the country. I believe that the only way to achieve programmatic reform and to put downward pressure on spending is to do what was done back in the 90s, where every individual bill is conferenced and debated and subject to amendment. And of course, you have to compromise. And of course, you have to govern. Matter of fact, just last week, I voted for 4 appropriations bills after my amendments were largely defeated by House moderates to put further pressure on spending.
That point was made, but they're making the point tonight, Congressman. We only have limited time, so if you don't mind me moving on. But we made that point about what you did last week. But look, I think the concern here is that people are seeing your fundraisers instantly going out about this. You're raising money, and it is chaos
I'm eager
right
to
now.
address that.
And,
yeah, let's address
is it not a
fundraising.
fundraiser? I think we have a full screen of it.
Yeah.
Is it a fundraiser?
Yo, why is she debating him? This is what I'm talking about. Like, I thought this was a conservative-friendly platform. What's going on here? What am I missing? What am I? Does she call herself holding him accountable? Is she being realistic? Is what she's saying making sense? If what she is saying is making sense, then my energy is way off and I apologize. But if she is just a Kevin McCarthy fanboy and she's highly upset at Matt Gaetz for starting the movement that he started and she just want to make him look bad, if that's what she's trying to do, first of all, you're failing because you are you're coming off as a hater right now. Slim, what's her name? Laura? She's coming off as a hater right now. What? This is what Democrats want to see. This right here. Because the rest of the party think that that Matt Gaetz did a good thing by holding Kevin McCarthy accountable, but here you are trying to shut him down. What's going on? Whose side are you on? Whose side are you on?
Or not. And everybody fundraises. Again, I'm not just saying.
By the way,
that is another criticism of what's going on.
If I can get
here.
a word in here. Yeah, if I can get a word in here. I am the only Republican in the entire United States Congress who takes no lobbyist money and no PAC money. So absolutely, I communicate daily, vigorously with regular Americans, because the only way I'm able to advance my political goals is if just regular folks give me $10, $20, $30. And so I will take no lecture from the likes of people who do 3 lobbyist fundraisers a day and trade favors in order to get cash from special interests on how I raise money. And I take deep offense to anyone who wants to criticize the mailman, the active duty service member, the grandmother who believes in me and goes to MacGaetz.com to donate. Matter of fact, I hope they do that right now. And I'm not sorry for it at all, because I won't take the lobbyist and PAC money like every other person here does.
He shut your ass down. He shut you down to Chinatown. Yeah, he did. And he pointed out the fact that a lot of y'all are selling your souls. And for some strange reason, whenever there's another person like myself or like Trump who are not selling out to other people, y'all hate them. I thought they was on the same side. What am I missing here? It kind of seemed like conservatives are separated on purpose. What am I missing? I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. If this type of attitude happens and all of this infighting keep on happening, bruh, you can kiss Trump 2024 goodbye, because there will be some nastiness going on that will make sure that he won't get the job. And guess what? It's gonna go over your heads. You're gonna miss it because you're so busy fighting each other like she want to do him. This dude said, man, I get, and I like the way he plugged at MacGaetz.com. Make sure y'all go and get his man some money so that he can continue to do his job, because he's not being bought out like the rest of these clowns.
I think that's awesome that you don't. I think it's fantastic. By the way, do you plan to stay in the House? Have you thought of running for office, like maybe the governor's race in 2026? What is your thought there?
You know what, Laura? I think I'm exactly where I need to be, doing exactly what I need to be doing. What I need to be doing is ensuring that we have, what's that?
You're not thinking about it at all? I mean, come on. You're an ambitious guy. And again, there's nothing wrong with it. But why are we playing cute here?
I'm not running
Why
for
are we
governor in
playing cute here?
2026. I am here serving in the House in 2023 trying to get a budget. Why is it that when I'm trying to get a budget and single subject bills and a return to pre-COVID spending, all everyone's interested is in a political race that's 3 years from now? I am here doing this job. My voters elected me to do this, and that is what I have endeavored to do, at times with a very small group of people, but dedicated people, because we have to send a shockwave through Washington, D.C.
Well,
we have to change this down. We have to change the system.
Congressman, President Trump took to Truth Social this afternoon, and he said that why is it the Republicans are always fighting among themselves? Why aren't they fighting the radical left Democrats who are destroying our country? Now, I know you've had conversations with President Trump, and you intimated that he was, you understood where he was coming from, and it seemed to indicate that maybe he was in favor of what you were doing, but wasn't going to say so publicly. What can you tell us tonight, since he really is the leader of the party and you are a MAGA Republican and he's the top dog? So what do you say?
Absolutely. I support President Trump, eager to campaign with him. Probably our private conversations I'm going to keep to us, but I think I'm in pretty good stead with the former president. You'll see me on the campaign trail with him soon. And by the way, you know who you won't see on the campaign trail at a big rally? Kevin McCarthy. Because if Kevin McCarthy took the stage at a Trump rally, he would be booed off of it like Lindsey Graham.
Wow.
Congressman, do you think that, let's say next year, and who knows how this is all going to play out, but next year, November, whatever it is, 8th, 5th, 6th, Republicans lose the House of Representatives? Because Democrats think this is going to help them. They wanted McCarthy out. The Democrats wanted McCarthy out just as much, looks like, as you did. So let's say Republicans lose the House. Will you feel any regret for having done what you did today?
Absolutely not. I believe that we were destined to lose the House if we didn't do what we did today, because we didn't give anyone something to believe in. I've traveled all over this country, and I have seen the despondence and the sadness in conservatives who don't believe that Republicans in Congress are fighting enough for them. Half of your monologues every night are about the failures of House conservatives to really dig in and fight. You are in many ways a true north to try to help us focus on the things that matter in these contentious debates and discussions over legislation. But you know what? We're not going to lose the House. And you know why? Because Donald Trump is going to drag a bunch of people to victory who probably wouldn't have deserved it otherwise. But that's what happened in 2016. 2020 was another good year for Republicans at the congressional level. So when Trump's on the ballot, we do pretty well, and I suspect that we'll do well when he's our nominee.
Shout out to Matt Gaetz, man. I don't know the cat all like that, but I'm gonna say this. I think that he's a stand-up guy. He's a stand-up guy. Based off of what I just know. So I don't understand what Fox News is doing. That confuses the hell out of me. And I'm gonna let you know this. It will also confuse the hell out of any other, anyone who don't understand how conservatives are moving right now. I don't understand the conservative plan. I don't get it. Because it seemed like she did not like Matt Gaetz. She called him a MAGA Republican. So you even have conservatives calling other conservatives a MAGA Republican simply because you don't rock with the person that they support. So you're putting that energy out there already that you clearly don't rock with Trump. So you're not going to be supporting Trump on your platform. In 2024, when it's time to vote, you're going to be still against him. I don't get what's the plan? Somebody tell me the plan. Because it don't seem like they're together. It seemed like they're apart like a mug. Guys, thank y'all so much for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Trump for House Speaker. Trump for House Speaker. And let's see what happened. I love y'all, man. Thank y'all so much for becoming LFR family supporters. And thank you for being a part of our vision. And thank you for taking me seriously. I mean that with all my heart. Thank you very much for taking me seriously. That means a great deal to me. All right, and I will continue to look forward and learn as much as I possibly can to give y'all an unbiased point of view or perspective of the things that I see. All right. If I piss you off along the process, just know that I said what I said with good intent, with love. And y'all are family at this point. I love y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Don't care about your race. Don't care about your face. If you're ugly or any of that. If you're cute, don't matter. I love you because you're God's child just like I am. We're brothers and sisters until we die. Even after we die, we're still going to be brothers and sisters. Y'all continue to have an amazing day. Thank you for giving me an hour of your time. And go love on your loved ones. The people that love on you and have your best interests at heart, make sure that you at least say a prayer for them, even if you don't call them and show your appreciation. I'll see y'all on the next live stream. Y'all be good.